Hey folks, Quilly18 here, back with some more Heroes of Newerth content. And when we last left off, we'd actually just finished looking at the UI, and I'd forgotten to mention these 3 or 4 little things up here that track your instant messages that you've received, your friends online. Of course, I have no friends. Forever alone. Your clan, because Han supports clan creation and management. Very exciting stuff. And notifications of some kind. I don't know. And also how many players are currently online, which is currently about 24,000 people playing. So I don't think Han has quite the same amount of players as League of Legends, but it still has a whole lot of players. There ain't no doubt about that. So without further ado, let's take a look at the tutorial, shall we? Game hint. There is more than one way to play a hero. Try picking different items you might not normally use. Okie dokie. S2 games. Giant ape. That was weird that the screen just went to that and then went back to this. How odd. Curious to see what's loading. How does it compare to the load time of a typical game? That would be a big question. Because one of the problems I have with League of Legends is the load times are ridiculous. Now here my screen keeps blanking in and out, in and out. I think this is a little bit different. I think what's going on here with the load time is a little weird just because it's a tutorial. It's not a normal game. We shall see though. Because after the tutorial we're going to try playing something for reals. We're probably going to get horribly, horribly embarrassed. But we'll see. Hey, there we go. The tutorial. So first, gameplay objectives. Yeah, let's start with that. Oh, start tutorial for the full tutorial. Yes, I want everything.
In Heroes of Newerth,
there's a
you
voice.
play a hero unit, with the ultimate goal of destroying the opposing team's main base structure. The Tree of Life for the Legion, or the Sacrificial Shrine for the Hellborn.
Pretty standard stuff.
Before you can accomplish this, however, you must first destroy the enemy towers and buildings leading up to their main base structure. To assist you in this task, creep waves will spawn periodically and proceed toward the opposing team's base.
Yep.
The creeps will automatically engage each other and attack enemy heroes and structures.
Just gonna pause here for a sec. The graphics in Han do seem quite nice. They've got a very nice graphic engine. But I have to say, one of my issues with the game is that there's like so much stuff on the screen, I don't feel that everything's quite as clear. League of Legends far more cartoony and stylized, but it does mean that it's very clear what's going on. Maybe it's just because I'm old and my eyes are failing, but I find and you know what? Probably 90% of it is just getting used to the game. In League of Legends, I had a hard time distinguishing when there was like big 5-on-5 team fights. I'd always lose my hero all the time. Still happens sometimes. I'm sure it's going to be worse in here, though.
The most effective way to destroy the enemy base is to first build up the power of your hero. Heroes start at level 1 with no items and a small amount of gold, but as you play you will amass experience up to the maximum level of 25, and additional gold to purchase powerful items, increasing your hero's power and allowing you to eventually crush the enemy base.
Sexy. Yeah, smash that tower good. Rawr.
Right-click on the glowing waypoint to move your hero to its location.
Okie dokie.
The fire guides me.
You know, I should probably
Several Hellborn ranged creeps have been spawned north of you. To attack them, simply right-click on them.
Okay, but first I'm going to go into the menu and change the sound volume. Because I suspect it's kind of loud. Okay, you guys die.
Turn up the heat. No smoke without fire.
It's funny my guy didn't start auto-attacking these guys defensively. He seems to be auto-attacking now.
When you killed those creeps, you are awarded gold and experience. Experience is obtained by simply being near enemies when they die, but to earn gold, you are required to land the killing blow on an enemy. You earned enough experience to level up. Each time you gain a level, you are given 1 point to spend on one of your 4 abilities, or an additional stat boost. Click on the icon for Phoenix Wave below to learn it.
Okie dokie.
Phoenix Wave is a spell that deals area of effect magic damage in a line. Now that you've learned it, let's use it on some enemies.
Yes.
More Hellborn.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. We can do this. The Q key, target there.
All heroes
Wow, that was
have
very
a
impressive.
primary attribute. There are agility heroes, intelligence heroes, and strength heroes. Agility governs your attack speed and armor. Agility heroes generally focus on dealing attack damage and direct combat. Intelligence governs your mana pool and mana regeneration rate. Intelligence heroes generally focus on casting spells and crowd control. Strength governs your health and health regeneration rate. Strength heroes are generally frontline fighters who focus on close range.
Oh, that's
combat.
cool. Go Panda. Okay, the animations in this game kick
When a
ass.
hero gets an item that boosts their primary attribute, their attack damage also increases. All heroes benefit from all three attributes. It's important to remember that you can customize your hero with items, and that the playstyle of various heroes can differ drastically, even if they both have the same primary attribute.
Yeah, it's worth actually talking about that just a tiny bit as an aside, because this is something that Han inherited from Dota, simply from the champion mechanics in Warcraft 3, basically, as far as I know. So yeah, agility, intelligence, and strength. And so you'll have items, whereas in League of Legends you'll have items that just give you attack damage or ability power. In Dota, it's the three stats that tend to govern more than anything, and more strength gives you more hit points. And also, if you're a strength hero, then strength items will increase your auto attack damage. So it's kind of weird, and I remember from playing Dota, it was a little difficult to balance sometimes, because you'd want to sometimes get some strength items on some other kind of hero just to buff your hit points, but it felt like a little bit of a waste. It was just psychologically very hard for me. Whereas in League of Legends, it's like, you know what, if I want more health, I just get a health item, and then I feel good about myself. It's an OCD thing, I think. Moving on.
Move to your team's Well of Life to heal and learn about purchasing items.
Okay, I'll do that.
Obliged.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Notice that when you stand in your Well of Life, you automatically regenerate a percentage of your total health and mana with each passing moment.
Water is awfully pretty,
You
too.
can also purchase many items at the well. Items can bestow many benefits, from increasing your attack damage, health, and mana, to having special activated effects when used. Left-click on the shop to bring up the item store.
Okay.
The shop is divided into two main sections. There are item components on the left, and item recipes on the right.
Huh.
Almost all item components are used to combine into more powerful items with the use of recipes. With the exception of early game consumables, which are found in the supplies shop, you should almost always browse the recipe shops when deciding what to purchase for your hero. Buying multiple component items isn't very effective unless you later combine them with the use of a recipe.
Right, so unlike League of Legends, you don't just have a generic health category that lists all items that gives you health, which some of those may also show up in attack damage or mana or something like that. It's divided up a little bit differently. And this is probably going to be the thing that takes the most getting used to, frankly. Just because, if anything else, I found the shop in League of Legends to be very, very intuitive and very nice. Even if you don't know anything about the items you're looking for, it's just quick to find them. I mean, here they're grouped by initiation items, supportive, protective. I'm sure after a few games it'll become second nature. And in any case, let me tell you, this is a million billion times easier than things used to be in Dota. Oh, that was such a huge pain in the ass. You have no idea if you've never played.
To purchase a recipe item, you must find it in the shop. Left-click on it to open the components window, then purchase all of the corresponding parts. Many items require a recipe to complete. The recipe should be purchased last, as it won't do anything for you until you have the rest of the components. As a player new to Heroes of Newerth, most of your shopping should occur out of your hero's recommended item shop. Open the recommended item shop and purchase a fortified bracelet.
Okie dokie. So recommended items right up here. And oh wow, there's actually quite a few items. More, I mean, you've only got like the 6 slots or whatever, so it's kind of surprising they show you so many. But it could be, yeah, just based on the cost. I'm assuming these are recipes that you complete by finishing these guys, which I guess I could find out if I just clicked on some of these. Yeah, there we go. So one of the other big differences from League of Legends is it's not really, it's sort of a cosmetic difference more than anything else. Like if I want to make the fortified bracelet, these are the 2 components that go into making it, and then I buy the recipe, and the recipe will combine them into the final object. So in League of Legends, you don't actually explicitly see this recipe scroll. This is again a carryover from Dota, and in Dota they made things work that way sort of because they didn't really have a choice in terms of the UI, and in Han they just sort of kept that up because Han was meant to be a much more direct clone. So I'm going to buy some Crushing Claws, which gives me +3 strength, which is interesting because I am as far as I know, I am an intelligence hero. Although, where does it say it? Yeah, primary attribute intelligence. So the +3 strength isn't going to give me anything except hit points, but I'm still going to buy it. Yeah, it did give me about 50 hit points, I think. I don't know, where do you find out... each point of strength gives me 19 max health. Well, there you go. And then a Pretender's Crown, which gives me +2 to every stat. And then for 170 to buy the recipe to combine those items. So right now I have a total of +5 strength and +2 to agility and intelligence. And by spending this, I will get an item that gives me +6 strength and +3 to both of their stats. So it'll give me an extra +1 to every stat.
Good work. Fortified bracelets are a fairly cheap way to obtain strength, which gives you some much-needed health early in the game.
Yeah, which is a big thing. Just like in League of Legends, I'm a big fan of making sure that I've got a little bit of a health boost early on. It goes a long way to ensuring survivability against a variety of things. Also, in this game, strength also gives you health regen.
There are some items that you cannot purchase from the well. These items are located at the fabled secret shop. To access the secret shop, you must travel to its physical location on the map. Items found at the secret shop are generally used in some of the most powerful recipes.
Shopping here does put you at considerable risk, though,
There
because
is also a shop
you're
called
more
the
vulnerable.
Outpost. The Outpost contains a limited number of component items and can be accessed from out in the field. Like with the secret shop, you must also travel to the physical location of the Outpost to access it. Using the Outpost can often save you from having to run back to base to purchase items. You don't have to be at your well to purchase items. To open the shop when out in the field, click on your gold total or press the shop hotkey, B by default.
Okay, 2 things to note here. Probably what I think is the biggest gameplay difference between Han and League of Legends is the blue pill from League of Legends, the recall ability, the B key on your keyboard. At any time in League of Legends, you can teleport back to your base by hitting B. No such thing exists in Han. There's teleport scrolls and things, I assume, just based on the fact that it's a Dota clone, even though I don't actually know 100% for sure, that will let you teleport to a friendly structure such as your base, but you have to buy it. It's not the same thing. So there does tend to be a lot more running physically back to base, and whenever you can avoid that, it's really, really good. But the ability to shop when you're not here is awesome. You won't go into your inventory right away, which I'm sure she's about to explain, but you can buy things while you're out in the field, which means, if you've got gold, you can spend it. You don't have to worry about losing the gold, which you can do in this game. Carry on. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt. Oh, what does she want me to do? Open the shop. Yeah, no, I know.
Items
Okay,
purchased
there.
when away from the well will automatically go into your personal stash. Alternatively, if your inventory is full and you purchase an item that does not complete a recipe, it will also automatically go into your stash.
Okay.
An item has been placed in your stash.
Yes,
To
it has.
pick it up, right-click on it, then left-click on an empty spot in your inventory to place it there. You can also hold down the control button on your keyboard and right-click to transfer it.
Okay. Right click.
Notice that the life tube and mana tube